The idea to put
the bricks and mortar. No.
bricks and mortar together.
This is how they constructed back then the slave owners' homes. So the only other persons on the island at that time who had these homes were the slave masters and also our government buildings. Okay. So only these plantation slaves had stone structured homes.
Okay. No, those other slaves were they sleeping?
The other slaves on the other plantations, they were sleep in wooden structures with thatch roofs.
Okay. The cement or the stone house only for
the Wiley plantation slaves.
Plantation slave.
And it was only for the married couples.
Married couple.
This is a
like
wedding gift.
Me.
Yes.
Only. Okay, thank you.
Once you were married, he gave you the material to build your home and 1 or 2 acres of land so that you can farm.
Only married people can own a home, not a single man.
No.
It's not me saying. It started from my ancestors. They respected their marriage.
And they gave you land to cultivate. They could farm the land, feed their families with it, and the remainder of their crops they can actually take it to the slave market and keep 100% of their proceeds.
Okay.
Yes.
So you work under the slave owner.
Yes.
And most of the product belong to them, and they give you something.
No. What he did is he sectioned out a portion of the land.
Yes.
Directly, that is their land.
Okay.
He would give them that as their wedding gift.
Okay.
And so they were allowed to feed, grow on that land, and whatever products grew on that land, they can eat it and feed their families, and the remainder of the crops that they had in excess, carry it to the market and sell and keep their own money.
Money, okay. Yes. That was like their payment.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Because that they can be able to feed the family and take care of the family.
Yes.
For the small portion that they're receiving from the slave owner.
Yes.
They're also good.
Yes. See, what happened is that when he did that for his slaves, the other slaves rioted on their plantations because they wanted to be treated like how he treated his slaves. Okay. And so the other slave owners were actually angry with him and went to Britain and had a warrant issued for his arrest.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what exact time my grandfather from Africa came here?
The slaves, the first inhabitants on the islands were in the early 1600s.
Early 1600s?
Yes, 1600s.
Those that came from Africa came here?
Yes. Say about 1670, because around that time, that's when after the Loyalists were settled, and then what they would do is they would dock their boats because they owned the plantations near the water, so they were easy to import and export their slaves and also their crops. And so they would come in and they would start their plantations along the shoreline. That's why you see in the Bahamas, most of the shoreline is owned by generational wealth.
Yes. Okay.
And because in the Bahamas before 1973, no blacks were allowed to live on the coastline.
Okay. 1973, no black was allowed to live on the coastline.
Yes.
Only those one.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
My leaf is gone. The hurricane?
Yes. Destroyed. Yeah.
But I came to say hurricane Martin came.
In 27, it came in October 5th, 2016.
2016. Is the one who destroyed this one.
Yes.
It's not for my grandfather, this one.
It is.
Oh, sorry.
All of these homes were built in 1788.
1788.
See, although we did modernize the floors with the concrete, they had smooth surface concrete floors. So you can look right here.
Can I get the original small stone? Original.
No, they won't allow you to take the stone.
Okay.
This is the original floor.
Okay, the original floor. You see? You see the original floor? 1788. Okay.
The mortar or the concrete in between the rocks. It's only on the outsides. And so only thing that is holding the rocks together are the burnt wood as the rebar.
Oh, okay. This, the one holding the
stones together,
The stone together. You see?
Don't break it.
No, I'm not breaking. I'm just checking. You see? How they get this knowledge?
Well, see, the limestone, it absorbs water. So by drying the stones out,
Yes.
It will help the limestone to last longer because you can see these looks fairly new,
Yes.
but they're over 200 years old. So by drying out the moisture in it, it will help the limestone not decay.
Hey, do you have that knowledge?
Yeah.
That's good. How a tree can marry with a stone?
Yep.
That's amazing.
That you see, even in Egypt, is what happened.
Yeah.
That's good.
Now the way they made their homes are always the same. The two windows and the doors always adjacent.
Is a pattern.
Yes. Two windows. This is the front door and the back door.
Door?
And the two windows are always adjacent.
This one right there. It's a plant.
It's not. That's just a regular. Like now, this is an actual bush medicine.
Okay.
The one that has and it's good for men who have prostate problems. So
Okay.
it's called. I think it's called blue favera. And so you eat the plant, the leaves.
Yes.
You can eat it.
Yeah.
And it helps to help with prostate problems.
Yes.
If you have high blood sugar or diabetes or stuff like that.
The one with flower?
Yes. So you eat the leaves of that.
Okay. Putting together. Yeah.
This just tells you how many slaves were there, the shackles that they would have used. It was
Estimated
6,000 to 7,000
slaves.
African slaves
African
arrived.
slaves. Okay.
And this is our old newspaper from 1815.
Okay. So that was their work during the slave, yes?
In the
early?
1800s. This is about this plantation. There was only 67 slaves that lived on this plantation. He had a small amount of slaves because remember I tell you that the Loyalists, they got different amounts of land.
Yes.
That land was determined by the amount of slaves you had
Yes.
or the amount of political clout
Okay.
you had.
Okay. So the big change,
Yes. That's the change.
that the change for the slaves.
Yes. See, this is more of the village.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish I could get it. Oh, this one now.
This is a replica. It's not one of our originals. We rebuilt this one using some of the materials that they use, which is limestone. So this is a modern replica of the slave home.
Oh, okay.
But it does depict the size of a one-bedroom cabin with the furniture in it.
Oh, okay. So you make it as modern now. What about the
There's a
floor?
bed.
Original floor?
No.
Okay.
Everything about this is a replica.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I have them this one to clean.
Yes.
That the bed.
Yes. Two parents and an infant child slept in the bed.
It's small like this.
Yes.
You think I can fit here and my wife and my children?
Why not? One child under the age of 1.
Okay. So I sleep here,
And she
my
sleeps
wife
there.
there, and my one
And then
of
all the rest of
one
your
of the
children?
child fit at the center here.
Yes.
That's great. It all is, and that the chair.
Yes. The chairs, though, some of them actually were
Yes.
destroyed. But
Yeah. No, I know that the system, the exact what to do in Africa. The chair of my ancestors, those come for slavery from Africa. That shows I've taken everything that my ancestors brought here. Please, come and see me. That can get your share. Thank you. This one,
It's like a wagon. It's a replica.
Okay.
Used to carry the crops.
Oh, this one to use to carry the
Yes.
crops. Okay. Two here.
And two
here,
there.
body like
Oh,
this.
yes.
Okay. That's great. Do you know I know? No, I get it from my ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
But they made them worried.
See, they didn't even have, they had hay mattresses, which are like croco sack bags that they filled with hay,
Yes.
and then they would
I
stuff
put
them.
here and say, okay.
Mhm.
I know that one. I know that one. My father was making them. That kind of mattress.
In this area,
Yeah.
all 67.
6, 7.
Yes, because there was about 8 or 9 homes.
Okay.
Yeah. All of these cutouts there where the homes were,
Yes.
and so there were about 8 to 9 cabins.
Okay.
Was behind my home,
Yes.
and so that's where they would wash.
But you told me you have those clothes. I just want to see.
We don't have the clothes here. They're in our private storage. I don't have the keys for them.
Okay. So I wanted to see.
It's only done on Fridays. They would bring them down to this location.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You kept them somewhere.
Yeah.
On Friday. Come. I did not know if I could not have come on Friday.
Friday and Thursday.
Friday and Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
When we go to the forest, this road is very good. More where I can, and we walk a long distance. Yeah.
One more stop.
Read history in the school?
No, I did religious knowledge.
Or you know that?
Now the banana hole is actually a cave that we're walking on top of.
The cave? Huh? This is the cave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Except there are 2 natural sinking holes on this side. You can look down into the cave. They go down about 15 feet.
This is the cave?
Yeah. The cave goes inward this way and all around.
You go this way?
Yeah.
Can we see it? From here to there, how many meters? 5 meters?
Say about 5.
And after that, it goes like that?
It goes in about 10 to 12 meters.
10 and 12 meters? What are you doing inside the cave?
Only the fruit bats. Now the Africans used the cave
Yes.
as a shelter from the hurricane. When the hurricane would come, they would climb down into this cave, then climb back up.
Okay. If Hurricane comes,
Yes.
they will hide themselves inside here.
Yes.
after the hurricane pass, they will come out.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
See the cave, although it will be much more open,
Yeah.
it will never flood because
Another one
it's
is
made
there.
of
Look that what is nice. Who ducky? Them sir?
limestone. Who dug the hole?
Yeah.
They're not the hole.
Oh, the natural one.
There's two more on this side. Yeah, they'll climb down from this way.
Oh, from this way?
Yes, I go.
Go this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Look here. And this tree? This tree was there.
Yes, it's very old tree.
Have you seen?
Hundreds and
climb,
hundreds
yeah?
of years old.
Bishop, can we see? Can we see? Get around like this. Get it like this. Like that. Nice. Natural. Yes, because it's not natural when you stand here and go down. It's not natural when you stand here, it goes down.
And all of these are the original slave walls. We didn't put these here.
Yes. Okay. Exactly. Or they use a rope to go down there. That rope, the one they used to go down there.
No, the rope, they put that there because we are exploring the cave. The cave is used by Africans and the Hawaiians, so we have the amenities and
Okay. Let me finish putting this thing. Can we put this extend and then make it goes here? Can I put me the screen? Stand on the tree. Oh. Yes. I told you this time I'm not going to miss anything. I found it. Where the treasure of the Ngori was hidden. You can see yourself, I'm under the cave where even my ancestors were hiding from Arakan. Now that shows I'm there. I found it. Please, next time when I'm coming, don't remain behind. Follow me here, that you can see your own eyes. Seeing is believing. Thank you. Follow me again.
Prophet?
Picture. Okay, get me a picture.